Hi, I'm Trish Leonard,
And I'm Ashlyn Curtin.
and we're both counselling psychologists, and this is the first of our videos for 5-minute breakouts.
So, in this video, I'm going to be asking Trish some questions about her life history so far and what brought her to wanting to do this project. So, Trish, before I do that, I want to ask you, how will me and the listeners know when you're engaging with these questions in a way that's a toward move for you, in a way that brings you closer toward who and where you want to be? What will that look like?
I think I'll be connecting more so with the emotion.
Okay.
I think sometimes I can get distracted by trying to get things right, or to be very articulate, or to be very knowledgeable. And this is about me taking chances, so I want to be able to take risks. So I think I'll probably falter over my words, or I mightn't get everything right, but I'll as much try and connect to my experience as possible.
Got it. And then am I guessing if that's your toward move, your away move is getting up into your head and getting really caught up and getting it right?
Yeah, you'll probably see me kind of looking away and concentrating very hard and trying to find the theory and the knowledge to explain what I'm trying to say.
Got it. And do I have your permission that if you start talking that way, that's an away move for you that brings you further away from who and where you want to be? Do I have your permission to invite you back?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Great. So, Trish,
yeah,
I really like you to tell me and our listeners what is it about your life history that's kind of brought you to this point of wanting to do 5-minute breakouts?
Probably similar to your story. I came to a point in my life where I had kind of an upset, and I was living life, didn't really question much, very much took it for granted that was my life. So when it essentially broke down for me, and I ended up in a psychiatric unit, it kind of forced me to pause to question a lot about my life that I'd been leading up until then, and when I came through the really, really darkest patch, how I could work to make it better for me. So on my journey, I was fortunate enough to meet some amazing people that helped guide me to where I am now. But I also came across a lot of really unhelpful interactions with mental health professionals, psychologists, all across the board. So I think my experiences kind of gave me a determination and a fire to go, you know what, I've been through it. I have the capability, I can go back, I can learn this, I can do it for a profession and use my experiences to help other people. So I graduated about 2 years ago from my doctorate in counselling psychology, and now I find myself at kind of another stage where I'm like, okay, I've kind of met my goals, ticked a lot of boxes off the list, but now what? So this is probably the phase now where I'm kind of moving past the goals to question the values underlying those goals and looking at what those values mean to me and how I can explore them. And with that requires me getting out of my comfort zone a lot more than I ever have in my life. So that's what I really want to do now. I want to push myself outside my comfort zone, because I just sense that there's so much more out there that I could be experiencing, and I'm really excited about that now. So yeah, these videos are very much part of that vision.
Fantastic. And what is your main hope for our listeners and our viewers?
I think when I went through that period, I was telling you about my difficulties on my journey. A lot of the questioning about myself has also led me to question the world around me and the world that I kind of want to live in. So I've questioned a lot of the truths that I've taken for granted about how I should live my life and the sources that those truths come about. You know, just for an example, my sexuality. I've always been told to be one way, and gay was not that way. So I had to bust out of a lot of truths then. So I want to do that more and more, and really with my own clients and my own friends, I always try to consider them in context and the bigger context of society, and how the problem isn't necessarily always in them, to see themselves as part of a bigger system that mightn't always work. So I do have a particular kind of, I suppose, experience and knowledge, and as everyone does, and I'd like to kind of, put my points of view about society and how it mightn't always promote our own well-being, and can kind of work to trip us up as well sometimes in our own towards moves. Um, so yeah, I'd like to talk a bit about that as well, and just kind of throw that out there to just get discussions going of maybe there are different things that we can do, um, that the truths aren't so absolute. There might be a little room for manoeuvring in that as well.
Great. Thank you, Trish. And I don't know if you noticed at home, Trish didn't give me any chance to bring her back from her away moves because she was engaging her towards moves all the time. Hope to see you all again soon. Bye.